The Rocky Report, brought to you by AMP, Avitas Group, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana, Bob Smith Motors, EBMS, First Interstate Bank, Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW, Northwestern Energy, Opportunity Bank, Tire-Rama, Yellowstone Bank, and your local Ford store. And now, from Pizza Hut on 16th and Grand, your host, Bruce Parker.
Well, hi everybody and welcome to the Rocky Report. I'm Bruce Parker from Pizza Hut on 16th and Grand in Billings. Glad you could join us for this week's show. We're going to be joined a little bit later by head men's basketball coach Bill Drykosen, women's coach Wes Keller, and our senior guest this week, Joe Stoltz from the men's team and Tanika Sapo from the Battling Bear women. That and much more and highlights up next on the Rocky Report.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Your Pizza Hut favorites, just $5 each when you order 2 or more.
So, 2 medium pizzas, just $5 each?
Yes.
Well, all right.
Can we get Wing Street Wings for $5 each?
Yes. Can we get pasta? And how about a Hershey's cookie?
Yes, and yes.
Can I get pizza for the whole team?
You got it, Mr. Cuban. Just $5 each.
Yes!
It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu, only at Pizza Hut.
In the 1950s, people thought cigarettes were harmless. Today, it's e-cigarettes. Vaping is highly addictive. Plus, there are heavy metals, tin and aluminum, lead, formaldehyde, acetone, carcinogens, and toxic chemicals in the vapor. E-cigarettes are not regulated. Corporate tobacco hasn't changed their game, just their technology. If you want to quit, call the Quit Line for free help and FDA-approved medications.
Our physicians and athletic trainers have been building better athletes for over 20 years. We are the official sports medicine provider to the Billings Mustangs, MSUB Yellow Jackets, and Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears. AMP ensures that athletes of all ages and skill levels receive the training and medical care for top performance and to stay healthy. AMP, Athletic Medicine and Performance, powered by St. Vincent Healthcare, Ortho Montana, and Yellowstone Surgery Center.
Well, joined now by head men's basketball coach Bill Drykosen, fresh off a long late night road trip and a tough road trip, Bill. You played 2 very good teams in both Carroll College and then before that Montana Western, and these are teams that are right at the top of the league. But the nice thing is you had chances to win them both.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing you got to do is give yourself a chance to win, then you got to take advantage of the chances you've given yourself, Really proud of our kids' effort overall, and did a lot of really good things, a lot more positive things out of the weekends than negative things, and we shot the ball extremely well. We hit 33s on the weekend. You'd like to go on the road every weekend and hit 33-point shots, and especially at a high percentage. And so that part was good. Took care of the ball for the most part. I think we had 20 turnovers on the weekend. And so that part was good. I just did a lot of good things, but the other teams seemed to make plays and get the momentum at the right time, and it's something we got to learn from and get better for next week.
And you led both games. Let's go first to the Montana Western game. Really kind of back and forth the whole way. Led late in the game, and then they made some plays down the stretch, but gave yourself a chance to win in Stroud, which is a tough place to win.
Yeah, it was. I thought in the Western game, we pretty much controlled the game. We got out to an early lead. I think we had a 12, 15-point lead early, and then they had a kid get really hot from deep range, and kind of got them back in the game. And at halftime, we, weren't where we wanted to be. We wanted to have a double-digit lead, but we hung in there, and then we got it back up to around double digits with about 7-8 minutes to go and thought we had control of it. But again, their team kept roaring back and never gave up, and it was just a typical good battle, heavyweight battle, both of them in the Frontier Conference.
And in the Carroll game, up 11 in the second half, and were you feeling pretty good about that time before it kind of flip-flopped?
Yeah, I mean, I thought our offensive rhythm at that time was really good. I thought our defense was, pretty solid all night. You'd like to keep the percentages down, but they really like to wind the clock. And, we went on a little 3-4 minute stretch where we just kind of got stagnant offensively. Shot maybe a little too quick, turned it over a couple times, and then they got a few key offensive rebounds during that stretch to, and made plays, made a couple big threes. The Johnson kid came in and played a nice game. So, you got to have kids step up, and it was right down to the wire again. And so we come up a little short on both these games this weekend.
How tough was it to go back-to-back Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I think every league in the nation should have to do what the Frontier has to do. That's why I always know our teams will do well out at the national tournament because, you got kids playing until 10 o'clock at night in one venue, getting on a bus and driving until 12:30 at night, midnight, and getting in a motel, then getting up the next day, and you got to be ready, And like I tell our guys, you can't feel sorry for yourselves because every other team in the Frontier is doing the same thing at some point.
As Willie Nelson said, on the road again this week, you go up and play to your country as you get to go home a little bit. MSU Northern on the first night, and then the second night would be Great Falls. A tough road trip as well, and they've struggled a little bit at home.
Yeah, it's a different year because you're playing quite a few games at home and then quite a few on the road. So I don't really take much into home or road games. You got to go play well every night and you got to find a way to win. And one thing good about this team is they've always responded appropriately, and we felt like we were going to do that against Carroll, and we gave ourselves a chance again, but just came up a little bit short. So we got to go up, practice hard this week, and be focused and ready to go to take a couple victories up on this road trip.
And that Armory Gymnasium is always kind of an interesting place to play.
Oh yeah, it's a fun place to play. There's going to be a great crowd. They're going to want to get after it, and it was an overtime game when we played them last time, so we owe them one this time.
Great Falls on Saturday night, a team that they've had some big wins this year, very athletic.
Yeah. They have really done well at times, and it's a long year, so you never know who's going to have the momentum, and so we got to play well in both those games up there on the High Line.
Hey, jump on the bus, have a good time, and get a couple wins.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Head men's basketball coach Bill Drykosen on the road once again this week. Let's take a look at last week's results.
As a driven business owner, you want to pursue your dream, not worry about administrative chores, employee benefits, and HR. With Avitas Group, you don't have to. We'll provide the solutions you need. Everything from payroll and taxes to online marketing and IT. For each and every operational need, Avitas Group has an entire team of diverse, specialized professionals. Follow your dream. Leave the logistics to us.
You've upgraded all your old technology, so what about this? It's time to get into the new with Ford. New is EcoBoost technology. New is a foot-activated liftgate. New is tougher, stronger, and lighter. New is Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now get into a new F-150 with up to $7,050 in total value. Only at your local Ford store.
As the saying goes, it takes a village. But we think there's more to it than that. At First Interstate Bank, we've come to realize that sometimes all it takes is a single person. A smile, a handshake, a tip of the hat, and the knowledge that you can count on them to be by your side. That things are going to be done and done right. Being a part of our community, it's bigger than banking. It's you and I together.
And Joe Stulk's our guest now for our men's basketball team. Joe out of Winifred High School, 6'7" senior, has had a very interesting career. Played 2 years, had a redshirt year in there, left for a year, and came back for last year and this year. And Joe, you're off to a real good start this year. You happy to be back?
I couldn't be happier to be back. It's a great opportunity. Not everybody gets a second chance to play college basketball.
And then last night in a game at Carroll College, you made that long three near the end of the game. That was a tough one to lose.
They're always tough to lose on the road. There's nothing better than going into somebody else's building and taking a win, especially at Carroll. But, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Now, there's been some face changes, different guys kind of in and out of the lineup this year with your basketball team. What do you look at as your role on this basketball team now as you head into the second half of the conference season?
I think my role is just to lead by example, do everything that a senior should do, rebound hard, give 100% effort all the time.
But you like shooting the three. Come on, be honest.
I love to shoot.
So when you left, what's different about Joe now as when you were first here out of Winifred High School after a great high school career?
I think just my maturity level. I gained a lot of weight, got stronger, got bigger. I transitioned from the 2 and the 3 my first 3 years here to the 5 the last 2 years. So
last year now, you're going to get your degree. What about what you're going to do after college?
I hope to get a job in ag lending or a bank somewhere here in Montana.
So if I need money, you're the guy I'm going to come to
I hope
on
so.
this. Now, how about this basketball team too, Joe? I mean, you've had some real big wins this year. You've won on the road, you've won at home. Can the team get into the postseason tournament and maybe get to Kansas City?
Absolutely. This is my favorite team I've ever played on. I love these guys to death. There's a lot of good players on this team, and we can make a run at anybody at any time.
Now, what's different about you now having to go into the second half of the season? Everybody's seen you. You've seen every team. Can you be better than you were the first half?
Absolutely. We're really starting to come together. We're starting to buy into coach. Just good things are starting to happen.
Is this a team that really has to depend on the 3 a lot?
We do shoot the 3 a lot. We're a little smaller than a lot of teams, but I think that's one of our strengths is our 3-point ability.
Well, it's been fun to watch you keep on shooting 3-pointers, and as you go down a good road trip this week, you get to kind of go up near your hometown.
Yep, I love going to Northern. Love playing in that atmosphere.
Now, will you have some fans there? Will the Joe fans all come out of the woodwork?
Oh, I'm sure there'll be a few of them there.
Well, good luck, and make sure Coach Strike goes and lets you shoot some more 3s this week.
Will do, thank you.
Joe Stolk, the senior from Winifred, Montana, outstanding player for the Battling Bear basketball team. Let's take a look now at our upcoming events for Rocky Mountain College.
This winter, the pros at Tire-Rama want to get you where you're going safely. When driving conditions are at their worst, good visibility is a game changer. Visit Tire-Rama today for the Napa Auto Care Special. Buy 1 Napa wiper blade or Napa headlamp and get the second one free. No coupon, no mail-in rebate, no kidding. See better and drive safer with Tire-Rama. More than just a tire store.
Opportunity is everywhere. That is why I love my job at Opportunity Bank of Montana. I get to help my neighbors with business and agriculture loans, including new equipment loans. I understand that people need a bank they can rely on. You see, I grew up here with the Eastern High Plains out our front door and the crazy mountains in our backyard. Come see me, Brandy, or one of my colleagues at Opportunity Bank of Montana. Your local bank, your opportunity.
My grandfather had a vision to build a car dealership way out in the west end of Billings on 24th and Central. All that was there was a Kmart, Sage Drive-In, and Stewart Barn, even before Rimrock Mall. Now Billings has grown up around us, and we're still here. The Lincoln brand was strong then, and it's stronger today than it's ever been. He was Bob Smith. We are Bob Smith. It's not just a name, it's a way of doing business.
Well, we're back now and joined by Tanika Sapo, the senior post for the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bear basketball team. She is the woman in the middle and has done a great job for Coach Wes Keller this year. And Tanika, great to have you here. And I got to ask you first, as I listen to these games on the radio, how many people really get your name right when they pronounce it?
Hardly anyone ever. It's usually Tanika, Tanisha, Kapo, Kapow. It's butchered almost every time.
Yeah, it was interesting this past weekend, but you really are the strength in the middle of this Rocky Mountain basketball team. You're a senior this year. What do you see as your role with this squad?
I think more a leader on the court, showing the younger players how to work hard, never give up on any possession. Rebounding is a big deal for me. That's one of my main roles. Just go for every ball.
Now, out of high school, out of Billings Skyview High School, where you had a great career there for the Falcons, you went to Montana State University Billings. You played there for 2 years for Kevin Wooden. Why the switch?
Kevin Wynn was a great guy, and I had an awesome experience there. I mean, we went to the Sweet 16, we got to travel, to California, Alaska, lots of different places, and I made a lot of great friends. But my basketball experience just wasn't what I was hoping it would be, and there was a lot of people that were ahead of me that were only a year or so, and there just wasn't really a lot of room for me to play, and that's what I really wanted to do, was to play. So
you want to be on the court.
Exactly.
Exercise science major, you're a senior. What are your plans for when you get done with college and done with basketball?
So I'm planning on majoring in occupational therapy, and I actually recently just applied to 3 grad schools and waiting to hear back, which I'll find out in February if I get an interview somewhere. And so then I'll go on to grad school and hopefully major in pediatric occupational therapy.
Now the team is off to a great start. You've been in the national rankings this year. You've played well. You've got some big wins over Great Falls and MSU Northern. How much better can this team get as the season goes on?
I don't think we've reached our peak potential yet. We've seen it here and there, and I think we need to really work on just being consistent and coming out with every game, playing how we know we can.
Now, a couple more road trips this week. Do you like road trips in the frontier? Do you like to hop on the bus, stick the videos in, and go?
It's not bad. I'm kind of a stressor with school sometimes, so it makes it kind of hard to, focus on studying and all that stuff at the same time. But you learn how to do it and you adapt, and it's not bad.
Now you're done with the first half of the conference season. You're 4-2, sitting in pretty good shape. How much can you win more? I mean, are you going to have some more home games coming up? Will that be an advantage for your team?
I think so. I think that we kind of are trying to put this mentality where, it's our house. Don't let anyone take anything from us here. And I think we've done well so far in our conference games with doing that.
And Coach Keller, he hasn't yelled at you this year yet?
No, not as much.
Good. I'd like to hear you say that. Hey, well, congrats. Good luck the rest of your senior year, and get a couple wins this week.
Thank you.
Tanika Sapo, the senior out of Billings, having an outstanding senior season. Let's take a look now at our Student Athletes of the Week. Our 2 student athletes of the week led their Battling Bear squads on a tough 2-game Frontier road trip last week. Whitney Mitchell, a 5'7" senior guard from West Valley, Utah, had 2 outstanding games in a road split. She was 8 of 16 from the field, including 2 for 4 from 3 for 19 points in the win over Western, and dropped in a team-high 16 points against Carroll. And for the men, senior Rob Neby, a 6'5" guard out of Plentywood, Montana, had a double-double against Western with 19 points and 10 rebounds, and then hit for a season and career-high 33 points and pulled down 9 rebounds at Carroll. Against the Saints, Neby hit 13 of 21 field goals, including 7 of 10 three-pointers. Congrats to our Student Athletes of the Week, seniors Whitney Mitchell and Rob Neby.
Local businesses large and small are the cornerstone of Montana's communities. And at Stockman Bank, we're honored to help them grow and prosper. We serve our fellow businesses with respect, care, and a personal touch. We know a good lender is a flexible lender who treats business owners as individuals with unique needs and goals. In other words, we treat them the Montana way. It's the only way we know. Stockman Bank. Montana banking, pure and simple.
EBMS was founded in 1980 to ensure Montana companies could provide health benefits that were both beneficial and affordable. That vision hasn't changed, it's just grown. I joined EBMS more than 20 years ago, and I'm proud to have been part of this growth. Today, more than 300 team members join me at EBMS to offer on-site clinics, wellness, prescription programs, and a full array of benefit services. We've emerged as an industry leader and one of Montana's premier employers.
Join a dynamic organization that offers career growth, exceptional benefits, and support for community involvement. EBMS.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Your Pizza Hut favorites, just $5 each when you order 2 or more.
So, 2 medium pizzas, just $5 each?
Yes.
Well, all right.
Can we get Wing Street Wings for $5 each?
Yes. Can we get pasta? And how about a Hershey's cookie?
Yes, and yes.
Can I get pizza for the whole team?
You got it, Mr. Cuban. Just $5 each.
Yes!
It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu, only at Pizza Hut.
I maintain my focus just by working my hardest in absolutely everything I do.
In the classroom, on the court, at practice, wherever you're at.
My classes are very rigorous.
At the same time, you need to be able to stay focused and make the right choices and stay on top of things.
Tobacco use would definitely be a negative effect on a student athlete.
Using tobacco really decreases the performance of any athlete.
I wouldn't be able to dance. I wouldn't be able to hang out with my friends. I wouldn't be able to hike the M. I think that it would make me less of a focused student.
Distract me from my sport and distract me from my academics.
I'm focused on a tobacco-free generation.
Now, Wes Keller has his team sitting in third place in the Women's Frontier Conference standings after a split this weekend. And Wes, great job. Anytime I guess you can get a split on the road, it's probably good in the Frontier.
Yeah, that's what everybody tells me. Get a split on the road and you're doing all right, you know. Obviously, I wanted the sweep, but we got the split, so we'll take it.
Now, you started off the trip with a big win over Montana Western, your alma mater, and in convincing fashion.
Yeah, we struggled. The first half was an ugly basketball game. You know, we talked at halftime, hey, we can't do anything about the first half. Let's move on to the second half. And I thought we really did a good job of on the defensive end. And then, you know, some shots started falling and we were able to pull away a little bit.
So you don't want to get greedy. The next night you want to get a sweep on the road instead of a split.
You get that first one, you want the second one.
And you go into Carroll, a team that's ranked 5th in the country. You led kind of a up and down basketball game, and then you suffered a pretty tough loss.
Yeah, Destiny Amzakita, she injured a leg early in the first half. Actually 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and you know, I thought we played hard and competed. We did a really nice job. I liked our defensive game plan. Really slowed Carroll down, held them to 31% from the field. But then on the offensive end, I felt we were searching. We didn't have that calm presence that Destiny does give us as our floor general. So we got to figure some things out.
And you played tough. I mean, you were in the game till the very end. Whitney Mitchell had an outstanding game, scored, I think, 16 points and played well from the floor. But you're really going to need some players to step up now if Destiny's out of the lineup.
Yeah, we do. I think I don't think it'll be just one. I think we're going to need a couple ladies to step up and help fill her shoes. But it's an opportunity. I mean, nobody feels sorry for us. We got to pull the bootstraps up and get back to work this week.
And Montana State University Northern, a team that you beat handily here, but a very good basketball team under Chris Mowat. And the Armory Gymnasium is not easy to play in.
No, it's a great atmosphere. They packed that place, and you know, we put it on them pretty good the first time, and you know, I think they're going to be out for some revenge. And you know, we got to have a good couple days of practice and tweak a couple things offensively and see what we can go up there and do.
And then Great Falls. So this is not an easy road trip because you have two teams that have been in and out of the national rankings, but Erin Legal probably as good a player as there is in the league.
Yeah, she's just solid. She does so many things for them. She can shoot it, she can distribute it. Yeah, they got a whole slew of players that can hurt you.
What can you do different in the second half? You're in the second go-round now with scheduling. You've played every team once. They know you, you know them. Will you see a lot of change?
Well, what I think you got to do is go back and watch the film and look at your notes and see, highlight what worked and look to, you know, see what changes they've made offensively. You know, I'm a big believer in trying to take away, you know, one or two of the things that they do the best and trying to get them to score in ways that they're not accustomed to.
And maybe time now for your seniors, Tanika and Whitney and the rest of the seniors to really step up.
Yeah, we need to pull together. We're a family, and when adversity strikes, that's what families do, is they come closer and support each other and you know, hopefully continue to grow and improve.
You don't mind these bus rides, do you?
4 in a row, that's a little much. It'll be 6 in a row when we're all said and done, but I don't mind the bus trips. I don't like necessarily getting home late. But
yeah. But then February will be nice because you're going to be home all the time, which will be good. Hey, good luck this week.
Hey, thanks a lot.
I know you play well on the road, so get a couple if you can.
Yep, appreciate it.
Head coach Wes Keller has got his team in third place at 4-2 in the Frontier Conference standings. And speaking of standings, let's take a look at the men's and women's Frontier standings.
Billings Clinic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Team is here when you need us. offering ACL reconstruction, arthroscopic meniscus treatment, rotator cuff repair, foot and ankle surgery, hip and knee replacements, hand and wrist surgery. Our team of surgeons, therapists, and athletic trainers will get you back in the game, no matter what year you graduated or what your injury. Billings Clinic, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
It hasn't been an easy path, but looking back, you wouldn't change a thing. Tradition, heritage, as well as keeping an eye out for the future, are all part of belonging to this place. We feel the same way, not only about life here, but about banking and our responsibility to be there for you in any way we can. Financial success at home and on the range, it's bigger than banking. It's you and I, together.
At Northwestern Energy, part of delivering a bright future means being connected to all our communities. It means delivering safe and reliable power to your home, while helping to power your business's success. It means actively planning for the future, while investing in future generations. It means working to ensure your safety and comfort, while comforting those in need. It's by working together that we're able to deliver a bright future. Because together, we're Northwestern Energy.
I'm Robbie Smith, and when you come to our dealership, you will see we all do business the Bob Smith way. We understand that in today's marketplace, you can buy online or pretty much any place to purchase your next vehicle. But at Bob Smith, we believe we can give you that next level of service, something beyond internet shopping. We provide you with the service, parts, and follow-up to make sure you're satisfied for the life of your vehicle. We are Bob Smith.
Well, that wraps things up this week for the Rocky Report. Thanks to Bill Drykosen and Wes Keller. Their team's on the road this week as they'll battle Montana State University Northern Friday and on Saturday, the University of Great Falls. Also, special thanks to our senior guests, Joe Stolk and Tanika Sapo. We're going to have highlights and much more next week, so don't forget to join us this time next week. Thanks for being here on the Rocky Report. I'm Bruce Parker.